Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching a Big Bang Theory. This is our 4th episode of the 7th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, this is available for in the link in the description below. Just click in it, put the password in, and enjoy. And I'm 4 episodes deep. I'm enjoying my weekend, honestly. A really good start to the season. I thought, why not carry on rock and rolling? I'm enjoying it. Let's keep the party going. And obviously, last episode we seen the gang obviously take part in a scavenger hunt hosted by Raj. Basically, you know, he wanted everybody to bond and work together, and we've seen some good combinations of groups. We've seen Penny and Sheldon, they was paired up after Leonard inadvertently kind of said that he didn't really want to team up with Penny because he felt like she would you know, hinder his chances of winning. Didn't really say that, but that was the insinuation that everybody kind of taken from that, and he drawn names out of a hat, and it still ended up being Penny and Sheldon. We also had Howard, you know, finally get drawn up with Amen. Them two ended up finding a mutual connection in Neil Diamond, singing and having a good time in the car, and obviously they ended up not even taking part in the scavenger hunt, really, or not even caring about who won and lost, and ended up in the karaoke bar dancing and singing together. So maybe that's the start of a blossoming friendship between them, you know, better than it was previously. I'd be really excited to see it because, you know, Amy's rapidly grown up to be one of my favourite characters of the show, and Howard's always been up there since day one as one of my favourites. So, you know, if you can combine both of them two together, it could be a good friendship to see. Now, obviously, we've seen Leonard obviously spend time with Bernadette, who's not really, you know, spent single time together before, and realised that she's massively, heavily competitive, and she ended up, like, making up a scenario where basically, he was Leonard was going to quit the game. He was going to say to Penny, look, you know, our relationship's better than this, and I didn't really, you know, mean to upset you when I was saying that, you know, we shouldn't be teammates. And she ended up twisting it and manipulating him by basically saying, well, if you do that, then you'll just actually, you know, confirm what Penny says about you all along. And she calls you a P. Yeah, basically, you know, she had another word for a cat. And obviously giving the motivation to carry on and try and strive to the, you know, successfully win with Bernadette. Now, interestingly, when he got all the way up there and found to the final location, Raj was there and he was like, look, mate, everybody's a winner. You know, I didn't really want anybody to be let down. Everybody took part and everybody won. And, you know, people was upset and frustrated by that, but I feel like the premise of the whole thing was, look, I invited you to a dinner party, a murder mystery one at the start of the episode, and nobody came. Yet, when we all actually take part and all, you know, have a go and give it some, like, we can bond, we can have a good time, and everybody will have fun. And I feel like that's what happened in the episode. I got that from it anyway. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good one. And if we carry on like the first 3 episodes, I feel like this is going to be a good season. Thanks for checking it out today. If you do enjoy it, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
So what'd you think?
It was good.
That's it?
When you told me I was going to be losing my virginity, I didn't think you meant showing me Raiders of the Lost Ark.
My apologies. I chose my words poorly. I should have said you were about to have your world rocked on my couch.
It was very entertaining, despite the glaring story problem.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is the love child of Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. I've watched it 36 times, except for the snake scene and the face melting scene, which I can only watch when it's still light out.
Indiana Jones plays no role in the outcome of the story. Like, if he weren't in the film, it would turn out exactly the same. If he weren't in the movie, the Nazis would have still found the Ark, taken it to the island, opened it up, and all died. Just like they did. Let me close that for you.
You know what, right? She is correct in that one. But do you ever watch something as well and you're like, mate, how has the directors not actually noticed that part of this, you know, like their storyline is not continuous, you know what I mean? Or like, we're watching something here in season 7 and it absolutely contradicts itself from something that it told us in season 2. Now, I understand that they write a lot of things and people write a lot of movies, but like at the end of the day, we're a consumer, we're a viewer. And like when they sit down, they should know that they told us something in X, Y, and Z season. And now obviously they can't contradict it and just totally spin it and make lies in the next, you know, few seasons. Now, I've not watched Young Sheldon, but obviously it's ending soon, or is ended, or has ended. And his stepdad in that is the guy that was Leonard's bully from school. I don't know how that kind of correlates, to be honest, because he's in this show being his bully while Sheldon's old, but he's then Sheldon's stepdad in young Sheldon while Sheldon's young. Don't really know how that makes sense. But you see what I mean? Apparently he's really good in there. People like him. And, you know, I'll take your word for it. We'll try and watch it after this. But you see what I'm saying? Like, sometimes show writers don't make sense when they do things.
Hey.
Hi. I thought you went to the comic book store on Wednesdays.
Yeah, but Sheldon and Amy were having date night, and they don't need me there to make it awkward.
The Disappointing Child by Beverly Hofstadter.
You bought my mom's book?
Yeah. It's on the recommended reading list for my psychology class.
Come on, not that book. It's got like every horrible story from my childhood in it. There's chapters about the potty training, bedwetting, masturbation. Basically, if something came out of me, she wrote about it. Don't talk to me about it.
Not even the chapter on the breastfeeding crisis?
Apparently, I favored the left one. She got a little lopsided.
Oh my God, you still go left!
Why are you reading Pride and Prejudice?
Well, I'll tell you why. Amy ruined Raiders of the Lost Ark for me. So now I'm trying to find something beloved to her and ruin that.
Can anyone ruin Raiders? It's perfect.
Yeah, except for the fact that Indiana Jones is completely irrelevant to the story. Yet with or without him, the Nazis find the Ark, open it, and die.
Nazis were digging in the wrong place. The only reason they got the Ark was because Indy found it first.
Actually, they were only digging in the wrong place because Indy had the medallion. Without him, they would have had the medallion and dug in the right place.
Mate, this whole swishy thing has changed. The atoms.
Okay, I know you don't want to talk about it, but can I just ask you one question about your mom's book? Want to know why a 5-year-old boy puts on his mom's makeup and wears balloon boobies?
They weren't boobies, they were muscles. You want to know why I dressed like the Hulk? Because I was always mad at my mom and I wanted to smash my way out of that house.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I wish there was something I could do to make you feel better.
I do too, but there's not.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Who am I to argue with a Czech Plus student?
Makeup really necessary?
Well, when someone looks at your dating profile, the first thing they see is your picture. I just want to make sure you look fun and full of life and not like a body they just pulled out of the river. Turn away and then turn back into it. But when you do, imagine the camera is the girl you want to meet. Let's try it again. But this time, pretend the girl you want to meet doesn't want to hurt you. Oh, what did you put as the one-word description of yourself?
I put unobjectionable. What did you put for your best feature?
My parents' money. You've got a lot of good stuff going on.
Really? Like what?
Having a comic book store.
You're a talented artist. You own your own business. We imply that you're well endowed.
Do have one oddly long testicle.
Do you know, like he was saying there, that none of them things have ever really helped him with the woman? But, like, surely, if somebody asked somebody, what did he do? If he was on a dating website, for example, if he's ever out on a date with somebody in general and he was just trying to get to know somebody, and someone's like, what is it that you do? And somebody says, I own my own business. Like, that's a big tick. That's a positive. Regardless of whether the income's low or high, somebody who's actually got the courage to actually go out there and start their own business up from scratch and try and make something out of it, I think it's a really good thing in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? It's a scary thing to do it. Like, you go and quit your job now and start your own business. It's not as easy as it sounds. Creating a sustainable income's really hard. You know what I mean? And I actually feel like if you actually put that in a dating profile, that you're a, private business owner, I think that's really, like, well, I personally would think that's good. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like a CV if you're going for a job, for example. If two people are exactly the same, but one person has got a degree and the other person hasn't, you're going to favour to the degree one. That's basically, do you know what I mean? If you're humming and hawing, like which one, both of them very, very tight, you're going to go with the one that's just got the little bit of experience. Same way with this. If you're humming and hawing against somebody and then you got one that says unemployed and you got someone who's a business owner, you'd be like, oh, I'll speak to Stuart. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm humming and hawing anyway. Both of them have got the same bit of attractiveness, like the side of both profiles, but this one works. And I think that it is advantageous. I think it's a pretty good check, to be honest, to have on there. It's better than NA.
Oh, it turns out Amy's beloved Pride and Prejudice is a flawless masterpiece. Amy has a fondness for the comic strip Marmaduke. A family possesses a dog that is so large and poorly disciplined, he causes nothing but problems. Why do they keep him?
Maybe they fell in love with him as a puppy and didn't know how big he was going to be.
You know, why couldn't she just like Ziggy, you know? That thing's riddled with plot holes.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, I think she's a fan of Garfield as well. Oh, darn it, now so am I.
I gotta go.
Hey, and maybe this time you don't try and talk sports with the guys.
Some sports bar. It's like they never even heard of Quidditch.
What's going on with you?
Nothing, I'm fine.
Still about your mom's book.
No, not everything is about my mom.
Because if you're still upset about that, we don't have to go.
Except this is totally about my mom.
You know what? You want to just get dinner and watch the game here?
Or, we could get takeout and watch the Blu-ray extended version of the Hobbit movie with commentary track.
He never really enjoys going out with Penny's friends, and she always goes out with his.
Hey, sorry.
Sweetie, you hang in there today.
I'll try, but I might be sad again tonight.
Okay.
Whenever I talk about how awful my mom was, Penny will do anything to make me feel better.
Seriously?
I mean, I'm not proud of it, but it does work.
Hello, Sheldon. Is everything okay? Well, the last time you made an unscheduled video chat, there was a curly fry in your regular fries, and you thought someone might be trying to slip you a Mickey.
I'm calling to invite you to a spontaneous date night tomorrow evening. Inviting you to watch an episode of your favorite childhood television series, Little House on the Prairie.
Of course I'm in.
Excellent. Then I shall see you tomorrow. Good night, Dr. Fowler.
Good night, Dr. Cooper.
You were really quiet during dinner. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I guess
He's
I was
trying
just
it on
thinking about
Bernadette.
my mom and how sad my childhood was.
Yeah, I bet it sucked. I'm gonna take a bath. You do the dishes.
How about I take a bath with you and see what happens?
Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take a bath, and you're gonna do the dishes.
I'm sharing my pain.
And I'm not buying it. Try again.
Copying Leonard. When he does this to Penny, they have sex and watch Monty Python. No, it was dumb. I shouldn't have done it, and it's making me feel sad.
Jackie, she's gonna tell Penny.
3, 2, 1. Oh, cool. It tells you when someone's reading a profile. Jenny 309. I hope that's not a wait. What? Another one. It's weird. When they're reading a profile, does it make you feel exposed?
Made me want to live on a farm so much, I tried to milk my cat. That tangy bowl of Cheerios was not worth the stitches.
I read they were illegally squatting on Indian land. I think what we did to the Native Americans was wrong, but this is your favorite show, not mine. Peanut butter? Huh. Strange, since peanut butter wasn't introduced until the early 1900s.
You're trying to get back at me for what I said about Raiders of the Lost
Isn't
Ark.
it?
That's silly. It's almost as silly as Dr. Baker having a telephone, since telephones only existed in large cities at that time. I'm mad at you. Not only did you ruin Raiders for me, you may have ruined the whole franchise.
I shouldn't have said it. I'm sorry.
Not as good as I'm going to when I tell you that your precious Garfield has no reason to hate Mondays. He's a cat. He doesn't have a job.
He loves it, doesn't he? He always has to get the last word
Hey,
in.
I was just, what is happening?
I wanted to make you feel better, so I planned something very special for you.
Hello, Leonard.
Mom?
Bernadette told me everything.
I
Now
knew
you
she
don't go
would.
the left or the right.
I've missed his mum.
You walked in on me and your father naked. I was swatting his bottom with your brand new ping pong paddle.
I didn't dream that. Penny, come back. I'm sad for real now.
I don't think I've ever felt so rejected. And I had a rescue dog who ran back to the pound.
This is the worst. If we're gonna get shot down, we might as well just go to a bar and do it old school.
Make them look us in the eye.
Yeah, anything is better than this. Hello?
Not interested.
I was wrong. This is worse.
Wait. If it wasn't for Indiana Jones, the Ark would never have ended up at the warehouse.
Collected and delivered the Ark to the proper authorities for filing.
Like a hero.
Yes!
Although technically, Indy was supposed to take the art to a museum to be studied, he couldn't even get that done.
Oh.
See, you know what I mean? I feel like if you find out, comb everything, you literally find a plot hole in pretty much anything that you watch. But, like, just going back to what Raj and Stuart were saying there, would you rather be rejected online or face-to-face? Do you know what I mean? So, like, would you rather ask somebody over Instagram, text message, WhatsApp, whatever you want to call it, hey, do you want to go on a date? And then say, no, sorry, I'm not interested. Or whatever the dating apps are, Tinder or whatever's. Or would you rather go to a bar and walk up to somebody and say, hi, I'm Raj, how are you doing? And they say, nah, I'm not interested, and walk off. Like, if you had to choose one scenario, which one would you rather pick? Me personally, all day, every day online. You know what I mean? Like, I reckon I am thick-skinned. You know what I mean? Like, not many things like hurt me and they get upset and stuff like that. But like, nobody likes rejection, regardless of whether it's asking somebody out on a date or just anything in general. Can you have a promotion? No. Do you know what I mean? Do you want to go out on a date? No. Can we have this for tea? No. You're like, what do you mean I can't have this for tea? You know what I mean? Like, just, you know what I mean? Like, you would rather everything be done over a text. Well, I would rather be anyway. Text message rejection or internet rejection is much easier to process, and it feels like it's not as deep. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if something's in real life, when you ask somebody face to face and they say no, you take it to heart. Like, you actually do. But I feel like online, not everybody can do this. The majority, or well, I'm speaking from my own personal opinion, is online. I just literally don't care about what anybody says about anything. So, you know, you can slag this YouTube video off. You can send me tweets, moanings. You know what I mean? Like, you could literally hit me with 24/7 abuse online. And me, as a person, literally, it's just gone over my head. Ooh, not asked at all. Like, literally, not bothered. Every comment on every video that I do could be slagging me off and not bothered. Like, literally, that's my personality. Now, in real life, if she's doing it to my face, I'd probably get annoyed. Do you know what I mean? But, like, I can decipher the difference, and I do feel like it's much easier online. And I also think that the counteract to online dating, personally, is people don't know personalities. So, like, you can't take it to heart as well if people are viewing your profile. Like, they said they've seen over 100 times. People have read it, have seen it, and checked the pictures out, and nobody's kind of interested and messaged them. And the reason is with something like a Tinder or something, it's got to be an instant attraction. The only thing that you get to know about them technically is a picture. And if you're not attracted to them straight away, then you're not going to give somebody a chance, are you? So that's the difference as well. I feel like many people in life see people all the time and they never feel like they're attracted to them. But the more they get to know them and the more they like a personality and they say, oh, she's a nice girl or he's a nice guy. Do you know what I mean? He really cares for family and friends and he's got all these traits that I actually never knew before. You know what I mean? Then they start to think, oh, they are pretty good looking. And that's how you fall into relationships because people get to know the human. Now, when you're online dating, you don't have that. You just have looks and that's it. One quick look, no, don't like it, move on. And that's why I think it's easier to do it, but I also think it's kind of harder as well online. It's safer, much safer nowadays in 2024, personally. But at the end of the day, unless you're absolutely amazing good looking, I wouldn't expect to get many messages. Do you know what I mean? It has to be the acquired taste. Maybe for me, somebody who likes long hair, do you know what I mean? Somebody who likes glasses, where other people, you know, could be muscly people, skinny people, fat people, everybody likes different. So online safer, but harder, and I wouldn't take it much offensive if obviously these guys don't get any views right now, because if they keep going and persisting and just being there, somebody will come along and give them a date eventually. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now, I can understand where Leonard's coming from with his mum and his troubles, to be honest. You know, like, although his mum, I wouldn't say it's a bad mum. She's never really been a hardcore loving mum. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Sheldon's mum smothers him and she's always there taking care of him, where Leonard's mum's more of a, she's just like a wall personality, isn't it? She don't really express any emotions, and she's put all his life online for everybody to read and find out. And, you know, also because she's in the position that she's in, she's always analysing and talking and basically trying to give advice and literally think of every situation and reason why somebody's acting this way, because it'd be this and this decision from something that happened in the past. And I can understand why he's upset. Now, again, from a point of view, I can understand why he's continued on with his lie as well. You know, everybody would do something, regardless. He was doing it for sex, but it's like a little kid. If they figure out they could do something to get the parents to always say, yes, can we go past McDonald's? Yes. Oh, yes. You know what I mean? Like, next time, let's see if I can get McDonald's again. Oh, I can. Yes, get me another Happy Meal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody will keep doing something until they get caught out. Once they realise they could do something, they're going to keep doing it if it's going to be succeeding. And, you know, I knew it was too good to be true for him when he went in and Penny was there ready and waiting. It was after Howard told Bernadette basically what was going to happen. Girls talk, and it was instantly going to obviously be told to Penny, who's then got his mum on the phone, and now he's getting overanalyzed again, which I understand from Leonard in a way. Like, he don't want Penny, his girlfriend, reading a book that his mum's published for a whole world to see everything about his upbringing and what he's done. It's embarrassing for him. It actually is. But you know, it's out there and you just got to rock with it. And I've missed his mum. You know, she was a really good character, to be honest. Every episode that she's been in, she's been pretty funny. And is she Mamma Mia as well? I'm pretty sure like I watched Mamma Mia or it was on the TV the other day and I'm like, yo, that's Leonard's mum, mate. Honestly, the most recent one, yeah, she's pretty funny, isn't she? Now also, Sheldon and Amy. Amy didn't really do anything wrong, to be honest. She didn't ruin Indiana Jones for you. She basically done a reaction to a film that she watched. It's like going anywhere and doing something, and then you say, what do you think? And you say, oh, yeah, it's decent. Yeah, but this happened and this happened. And it's not intentionally like picking plot holes like he was trying to do, overanalyze everything that was happening in the scene. She was just like, that film was decent, but, you know, did he really need to be there? Because this happened anyway. And it's just like a general observation from a film that you've seen, just doing a standard review. And like I was saying before, you know, continuity is kind of key. And sometimes people give you information that don't make sense. And if you was creating a film like Indiana Jones, yeah, she is right. You know what I mean? Like, everything still would have happened without him being there. And you would have thought that the directors, especially two big, massive ones, literally the best producers that basically, you know, we've seen in a long time, would have actually sat down and watched that film back before it actually went to the general public, and somebody would have picked up like, hang on, do you know what I mean? What about this and this? And it's interesting that how it actually goes all the way, but it's still a good film. It actually is. And obviously there might be a few plot holes here and there, but it doesn't ruin the fact that, you know, you get enjoyment from it. So I don't think Amy did anything wrong. She gave a general view, and she wasn't doing anything bad when she actually picked out a couple of observations that she's done. But 4 episodes into the season, pretty solid start. Really enjoying it so far. Hopefully you guys are too. If you did enjoy today's episode, please smash like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.